Shalom and blessings, children of Yahuwah and the truth. Tomorrow is very busy for me, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make videos for tomorrow. So I'm going to make them tonight. So we are continuing on with the Action Besorah, video number 18 of Yahuwah's Redemptive story. Okay, here we go. Yahuwah's New King, based on 1 Samuel 16, 1-13. Yahuwah sends his prophet Samuel to Bethlehem, where he is greeted by Jesse, the grandson of Ruth and Boaz. Samuel, oh no, what have we done wrong? Don't worry, I have come to judge you. I've come to give an offering. Don't worry, I haven't come to judge you. I've come to give an offering to Yahuwah. Jesse, Yahuwah wants me to choose one of your sons for a special service. Will you bring your sons to me? Of course. This is my oldest son, Eliab. He is so tall and strong. Surely this is the one Yahuwah has chosen. But Samuel hears Yahuwah's voice. You can only see how tall and handsome he is. I can see his heart. He is not the one. I'm sorry, Eliab is not the one. Call another. Abinadab. Seven of Jesse's sons appear before Samuel, but not one of them is chosen. Have I seen all your sons? No, the youngest one, David or Dawid, is tending the sheep. I'll send one of my sons and a servant for him. I wonder why Samuel insists on seeing Dawid. This whole thing is a mystery. Jesse's son finds his brother in the fields outside Bethlehem. There's Dawid. Look, a lion, and Dawid doesn't see it. Just like his great-grandparents, Dawid is honorable, faithful, and brave. His keen ears hear a swish in the tall grass. He whirls. Grrr! A lion! Wish! Roar! Dawid, the lion, you killed it! I also had to kill a bear a few days ago. Nothing's going to hurt my father's sheep if I can help it. Oh, rascal. You're a brave shepherd, Dawid, but hurry home. Samuel wants to see you. I've brought a man to stay with the sheep. The Adonai's prophet wants to see me, but why? On the hike back to the city, Dawid continues to wonder. But when Samuel sees the young shepherd boy, he hears Yahuwah say, "This is my chosen one." In front of Jesse and his sons, Samuel blesses Dawid and anoints his head with oil. The Adonai bless you, for you will be the next king of Yasharal. A Psalming Influence, based on 1 Samuel 16, 14-23, and Psalm 23. Dawid doesn't know when he will become king, but as he goes back to his sheep, he has a special feeling of Yahuwah's presence with him. The Adonai is my shepherd, my needs are supplied. He shows me safe pastures where we walk side by side. That's a beautiful song, but I've never heard it before. I just made it up. It gets lonely out here, so I write songs and sing them to the Adonai. Back at the palace, the men go to see King Saul, but they find him staring wildly into space. Sometimes I think the king is going mad. Music seems to be the only thing that helps. I know, the shepherd boy. O king, we know a young shepherd who plays the harp and sings beautiful songs. It's plain that Yahuwah is with the boy. Would you like to hear him? Send for him. Yahuwah uses Dawid's musical talent to introduce him to the royal court. the first step toward making him king of Yasharal one day. Here, Dawid can learn about kingship and government. He can also witness what life is like for King Saul, who doesn't rely on the Adonai. The king is really very ill today, so he may be dangerous. Don't take your eyes off him for a second. Quietly, Dawid enters the king's room and begins to play. Saul stares at him wildly, but Dawid continues to play and sing of his faith in Yahuwah. At last, King Saul relaxes and falls asleep. After that, Dawid is often called to the palace. His music quiets Saul's tortured mind, and eventually the king seems well again for a time. He leads me to quiet waters. A giant challenge. Based on 1 Samuel 17. A few years later, the Philistines collect their forces for an attack against Yasharal. Saul masses his army against them, and Dawid's 3 oldest brothers join the king's forces. One evening, Dawid comes in from the fields to find his father busy packing food. "This is for your brothers. I want you to take it to them." "I'll leave right away. What's the latest news from the battlefront?" "Not good, and I'm worried." The not good news is this: a giant is fighting for the Philistines. All the Yasharalites are scared of him, including King Saul. "What's going on?"
You don't do that with me. No. Go lay down. Go lay down. That's not nice.
I don't know.
Nice one. Okay.
"Why do you bother lining up for battle? Just send out a man who dares to fight me. If he kills me, then the Philistines will all put down their weapons and be your servants." "What's going on? Listen to that giant." "But if I kill him, you will be our servants." "Who is this unclean Philistine that thinks he can defy the army of Elohim?" "That's Goliath. The king has said that whoever defeats him will receive his wealth, will receive great wealth, Saul's own daughter, and best of all, he'll never have to pay taxes again. But no man dares to face Goliath." Eliab, Dawid's oldest brother, overhears Dawid asking about Goliath. "What are you doing here, mouthing off? Why aren't you home where you belong, taking care of the sheep?" "Father sent me here with food for you, and I'm not the one mouthing off. This Philistine is insulting our Elohim." Ever since the prophet Samuel chose Dawid instead of him, Eliab has been filled with jealousy. Now his shame bursts into the open. "You're just a spoiled kid who wants to watch a battle for your own fun." "No, I just hate to see our Elohim disrespected. I'll fight the giant." Dawid's words spread through the camp. "O king, there is one person who will fight, but bring him here at once." Dawid enters Saul's tent, but Saul does not recognize this young shepherd as the same boy who used to play for him. "An untrained teenager. You can't fight a giant. He's an elite warrior." "I am a shepherd. I have killed bears and lions to protect my sheep. The Adonai is our shepherd, so Yahuwah will help me kill this Philistine to protect our people." Spoken with courage and faith. "Go, and the Adonai be with you. You may even wear my own armor to protect you from this monster." "I can't wear this. I'm not used to fighting in armor. Besides, my plan is not to defend myself, but to attack. I don't need armor, just some stones for my sling." With only his shepherd's staff and a sling, Dawid goes out to meet the Philistine giant. The armies of both camps watch their champions as they face each other. Ha 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 ha. Do you think I'm a dog that you can chase me away with sticks and stones? I'll give your flesh to the wild animals. You come with a sword, a spear, and a shield, but I come in the name of Yahuwah, who will give me the victory. Whoosh! The giant laughs, but Dawid whirls his swing, takes a careful aim, and lets the stone fly.
Do you know, was it yesterday they called?
Yesterday or the day before? Roscoe? Oh.
Would you remember the number?
It was... Hold on.
1-8.
Dawid has slain Goliath with a single shot from his sling. He runs to the body, grabs Goliath's sword, and holds it up in victory. Let everyone know that our Elohim does not need human weapons. This battle is the Adonai's, and he has delivered the Philistines to us. It must have been an Elohim. How else could a mere boy defeat Goliath? In terror, the Philistines flee for their lives. Spurred on by this sudden turn of events, the excited Yashrulites chase the Philistines back to their own land. The Jealous King, based on 1 Samuel 18:19. When the army returns, Saul's general Abner takes Dawid to see the king. You've saved Yasharal, Dawid. From now on, you will live in the palace. Prince Jonathan will take you back with him. Jonathan has just returned from the palace. He immediately recognizes a kindred spirit in Dawid. Dawid, I'm proud to be the friend of the bravest man in Yasharal. I want to give you my robe and armor as a sign that I will be loyal to you forever. Thank you, Jonathan. Yahuwah is my witness that I will be your friend until death. For the rest of the military campaign, Saul gives Dawid lots of responsibilities. Dawid excels at everything he's asked to do, and Saul promotes him to a high-ranking officer. Dawid's reputation spreads, so by the time the army returns home, he is a hero. Triumphantly, King Saul and his victorious soldiers parade through the streets. The women rush out of the cities to greet them and sing their praises. Saul has slain his thousands, and Dawid his 10,000s. The people's praise of Dawid turns Saul's appreciation to rage. He thinks of what the prophet Samuel told him. The Adonai will take your kingdom from you. The people know Dawid is a greater warrior than I am. Maybe he's the one who will take my kingdom from me. That night Saul cannot sleep. My soldiers already love him, and now my people love him. One day while Dawid plays the harp to soothe Saul's spirit, Dawid, he's the hero now, but he can't take my kingdom from me if he's dead. In a burst of rage, Saul grabs a spear. Thunk. I missed. I'm sorry, Dawid. I don't know what came over me. It must be this evil spirit that torments me. It must have been an accident. Why would he have promoted me only to kill me? But Saul's jealousy continues to grow because he knows Dawid has the Adonai's favor. Not only does the Adonai favor Dawid, so does Saul's daughter, Michal. That gives me an idea. Dawid, it seems my daughter is in love with you, and who can blame her? You are the most popular man in the kingdom, but since you are a poor commoner, you cannot afford the customary bride price for a king's daughter, so I will waive that fee. However, to prove your valor, you must kill 100 Philistines. Thank you, my king. I am highly honored. You may be able to beat one giant Philistine, but 100 of them should be able to kill you. 1 month later. Well, did you kill 100 Philistines? No. I killed 200. After Dawid and Michal's wedding, Saul turns to his faithful son. Jonathan, I know he's your friend, but Dawid has become a threat to the kingdom. He wants to take the crown from me. Will you help me kill him? How can you say that? He's never done anything wrong to you. And with his battles, he's increased your honor and power. You're right, Jonathan. I promise not to hurt or harm Dawid. Even my own son loves Dawid more than he loves me. Feeling betrayed by his own family, Saul resorts to conspiracy. Wait until everyone is asleep, then go to Dawid's house and tell him I need to see him. When he gets here, we can kill him with no witnesses. Oh no, I must tell Michal. Michal, why are you packing up my clothes? My father plans to kill you tonight. You must run for your life. I'll delay his guards while you make your escape. Michal lets Dawid out a back window, then prepares the next part of her plan. Let us in. King Saul needs to see Dawid on a matter of high importance. As you can see, he's sick in bed. I think it's contagious. I'd let you in, but then you'd be ceremonially unclean for being near a sick person. I'm so sorry. Michal's bold lie confuses the guards, who bring this new development to Saul. At first, he seems to take the news calmly. Oh, I didn't realize he was sick. We'll wait until he's healthy before we kill him. You fools! Bring him here now if you have to carry him in his bed to do it. But when the men barge into Dawid's room, they find only a statue with a goat hair wig in his bed. How could my own daughter lie to me to protect my enemy? He's not your enemy, father. I will think of a suitable punishment for you. Okay, and that's the end of story time tonight. Next time I will be reading A Prince of a Friend, Psalm 22, 1 through 2, and 19 through 21. Psalm 22, 25 through 31. The Outlaws of Judah. And A Fool and His Wife. Okay. I love you all. Baruch haba b'Shem Yahuwah. Hallelujah. Okay. Love you all. Good night. Or Layla Tov.